Take your podcast to the next level with Media 22. From top-tier equipment to custom sets and a dedicated producer, we'll make you sound like a pro. We specialize in audio and video podcasts, video editing, content distribution, and live streaming for creators and businesses. Visit media22llc.com today for your free consultation. Media 22, where excellence meets creativity. Interested in becoming a BIG, joining an event, or supporting youth in your community? Visit BBBSMadison.org for Dane County or BBBS.org for nationwide opportunities. We'd love to connect with you. You are listening to the Big Difference Podcast, a podcast about empowering youth and strengthening communities through the transformative power of mentorship. I'm your host, Tracy Anderson, Community Partnerships Manager at Big Brothers Big Sisters of Dane County. And welcome. We're very excited to have an empowering conversation with an amazing guest today. Today, we're discussing board members in action, shaping the future with Big Brothers Big Sisters. Casey Liakos, VP of Executive and Professional Search from the QTI Group, is joining us today. Hi, Casey.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for coming. I'm just so excited to have you. You know, when we were planning this podcast, I knew I wanted you as a guest. So I'm just happy that it's happening. So you are the VP of Executive and Professional Search at the QTI Group. Please tell us a little bit about yourself. What does your role entail, and how long have you been at the QTI Group?
Yeah, well, first, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
This is really cool. So I've been at the QTI Group just 1 year. I think I had my anniversary a week ago.
Okay.
So, but I've been in this industry, in this space for the better part of, let's say, 15 years, recruiting, staffing. Yeah. That's my background. The QTI Group is based here in Madison. We're a full-service human resources firm. So that's everything from staffing, recruiting, personality assessments, organizational kind of design and consulting, total rewards, compensation consulting. So the simplest way to think of it is if a company needs help, advice, support around people, we can do that.
Okay. What do you like most about your job?
It's definitely the people part. I mean, it's the people that are on my team. It's the people that we get to work with as clients and as candidates. I enjoy being with people, talking to people, and I get many opportunities every day to do that.
I'm sure it's pretty rewarding just to see someone happy in a position, or just getting to see your work, like success stories that you hear about.
Well, everybody we work with is at a crossroads of some sort in their career or in their life. And we talk about that a lot, about how we do this a lot. We work with many people every day, every week, but each of those interactions is that person's life, you know, like it's a really big deal to them. So we don't want to give that short change. We take that very seriously.
I love that. And, you know, you make such a good point, too, about, like, career and being in a crossroads. Because so many of us, that happens. You know, you become like, what direction should I go into in my career? And having that support is so important. Yep. Now, you and I had a coffee meeting. And, you know, we were just getting to know each other because you're a board member, which we're going to get into. But I learned something so cool about you, something we share in common. You have some radio experience.
Well, I do. I wouldn't say we share it in common. So you are a professional, and I was very much a volunteer. So I was a college radio DJ for about 4 years, which was one of the best experiences I ever had in my life. But the vetting process was not very rigorous. I think I met the key requirements of, like, showing up on time and working for free. That was the big... that was my qualification.
Yeah. 4 years is a long time to do radio, though.
Yeah. I mean, it was so much fun. I think I worked like 3 hours a week. It was one shift, but it was every week at the same time. It was one of the most fun things I ever did. And I've always loved music. Yeah. I enjoyed the sort of technological component of it. You know, it's different now, but back at the time, there was a huge board that you're constantly watching meters and levels and all the things, and just learning that was interesting for me. But more than anything, you know, free concert tickets.
Oh yeah, you know. That's the best. Yep. Yeah, you get to meet a lot of people, like a lot of famous people too.
I met a few. Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah. Who did you meet? I'm curious.
You know, a lot of bands would come through, and the radio station would sponsor shows.
Yeah.
A lot of local music. So at the time, it seemed like big stars to me, and it was in the Twin Cities.
Okay.
But just kind of get that thrill every week of getting to meet someone new and kind of be part of the scene.
Yeah.
You know, this was 25 years ago or something. So
Yeah.
really fun though.
What a great experience. Okay, so everyone at QTI Group, they're so welcoming and great to work with. What first inspired you in the QTI Group to get involved with Big Brothers Big Sisters? And tell us a little bit about some of the events that you've supported with us.
So I think what drew me to the QTI Group is probably the same thing that drew me to Big Brothers Big Sisters, which is the community focus of it. QTI is a 68-year-old company now, I think. And it's very committed to the communities that it works in. So we're based in Madison. We have an office in Portage, Baraboo, Milwaukee, Beaver Dam. And the commitment is there to support those communities from the ground up. And that comes out in a lot of different ways. Support via sponsorship, support via the services that we offer around HR and staffing and recruiting. And I just think that's really cool. And I spent, let's say, like 20 years of my career focused outside of Madison on airplanes, traveling to pick your city all over the place. So I really kind of wanted to double down on Madison. I love this community. I love living here. I love all the programs and activities that go on here. So I think by working with QTI and working with nonprofits that we support, I just get to feel a part of it, and I really enjoy that.
Yeah, I can tell you enjoy it because you are honestly one of our big supporters. Why do you think your company likes being involved with Big Brothers Big Sisters as a whole?
There are a number of areas that QTI really deems important, like supporting things like human services, the arts, education, and I think Big Brothers Big Sisters kind of checks all those boxes. So coming into QTI, as I was already on the board of Big Brothers Big Sisters, but QTI had been working with you guys for years.
Yeah.
And that was attractive to me, and I think that it just kind of all aligned.
Yeah, I think so too. And so you guys have done Bowl for Kids' Sake with us for a long time, haven't you?
Yep.
Yeah. One of our big supporters with Bowl for Kids' Sake.
And we will continue that.
Thank you. It's so fun, isn't it?
Yeah. We had a blast last year. We still the picture comes up on our monitor in our office that everybody sees, and we had a very good time.
We love to hear that. And so what do you think you guys like about it the most? Like dressing up? I know, it's just a good time. Like when we describe to people, like, come to Bowl for Kids' Sake, yes, it's a fundraiser, but you're going to have a blast. People truly have a blast.
Yep.
Do you think you like dressing up the most? There's raffle prizes. What do you think?
It's the whole thing. I mean, for me, I like the bowling. I'm a nerd. I've been bowling in a league with my wife for more years than I should admit, especially when you see how bad of a bowler I am. I should probably be better by now, but I'm not. But I just love doing that. I think bowling's really fun, and it's always been a way to bring people together. You can put any random group of people in a bowling alley together and say, go do it, and everyone will pick it up right away and have a good time. But the dressing up last year, everybody had the Hawaiian garb on, and it was really fun. Yeah, I think everybody just likes the community aspect of it, just getting together, supporting a good cause.
Okay, so you're a board member, but you are just also a great ambassador, as I've said before. I love seeing you out. We see each other out at meetings and events. You've always got your swag on, which I love. So what made you want to become a board member, and how long have you been a board member?
So I think I've been a board member 4 years now.
Okay.
I was looking back trying to find the exact date, but I think it's been 4 years. What really drew me to Big Brothers Big Sisters is that I could see a very clear through line from the work that the community puts into it, the support and the giving that happens to the organization, the through line to the impact. It's not always that way. I think with some other nonprofits and causes, sometimes there's a little bit less transparency. But for me, with Big Brothers Big Sisters, I saw right away, like, the money that's given to the organization goes to hiring great people like yourself and the rest of the team that go out there and do the work, recruit bigs, recruit littles, make matches, support those matches. And it's really that simple. And then those matches that are made are so impactful for the individuals, both the big and the little. That's so clear, but to the community. And to me, that really resonated. That was like, I can get involved, support this, try to give some guidance and help support the mission and see the result.
Yeah.
And that felt really good.
It's so interesting to hear from a perspective of a board member, like what a board member wants to see and how they feel that it's worth it to be on the board, right?
Yeah.
Because it is a commitment, and what you all think is really important to us running the organization. You're also on the Gala Committee. How long have you been on the Gala Committee, and what do you like about being on the Gala Committee?
I think I joined the Gala Committee immediately when I got involved with the organization. The number one thing is that it's just a great party. I mean, it's a amazingly well-run event every year. And, you know, kudos to Bethany and the rest of the staff, of course, and the folks that are on the committee from the community. It's just such a great event. It's so moving to see the stories that are presented at the gala of the matches that have been made and just the obvious impact that those matches and that mentorship has made in people's lives. Yeah. To me, that's really cool to see. And I've been to a number of different type of galas and events and these sorts of things, and I don't think anyone holds a candle to ours. Yeah,
I agree. I mean, we're a great team, but I got to give it to Bethany. I mean, she's amazing. She's been able to do this, I think for 8 years, and it just keeps getting bigger and better and better. Yep. And then you're always like giving auction items to us too. So that is really nice.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for the silent auction.
Yeah.
Yes, I've given some things, but boy, I've bought a lot of things too.
Oh, good.
Like I just
okay.
There's nothing more fun to me than going and just like checking out the random selection of stuff that's at those silent auctions, experiences.
Yeah.
Obviously just different goods and services and things like that from the community, and I just think that's great. Yeah.
It's like a huge auction.
Yep.
It's like over 200 items that we have.
And that's Bethany again, right?
It is. It is. We got to give it up to her.
When I first started on that committee, I was almost intimidated by her. I'm like, holy cow, she's that good. Like,
she is.
Yeah.
She's the real deal.
Like, you just don't want to screw it up. Like, don't get in her way, because she's done it so much and she knows exactly what works and what doesn't work.
She knows her stuff. I mean, honestly, I feel she could give a workshop. Like, honestly, I do.
She ought to.
I feel like I've learned so much from her in the past few years. So, and as we were kind of saying too, like a little bit, there's so many nonprofits in Madison. So how does QTI decide, like, do you guys decide as a whole, like a business altogether, like the staff saying who you want to support, or how does that work?
Well, first and foremost, we want to support the organizations that we work with already. So we, a big part of what we do at QTI Group is nonprofit recruiting and staffing. We work with a number of nonprofits, a lot of executive leadership roles and that kind of thing. So obviously we want to work with those organizations that work with us. Yeah. That's very important. There is not a formal process where we say, like, does it check these 5 boxes, yes or no? We're going to support that. A lot of it comes down to what our staff is passionate about, because then that has kind of a multifold impact, right? It's good for the organization we're supporting. It's good for the company. It's good for the culture within the QTI Group too, that employees and staff know that if they're passionate about something and they want to support it, the company will support them in that.
Right.
And I think that's really cool, as it creates, it kind of multiplies the energy around the cause. And I think that's pretty neat.
Yeah, that is awesome. And I think, like, as a board member too, I mean, what advice would you give to anyone who's considering becoming a board member? Because I think at a certain point in your career, that is very important, right? Is to be on the board of something. Like, what do you have any advice to anyone who would want to be on the board of something, like the things that they should consider?
Good question. Well, I think don't do it because you feel like you have to do it. So you said it's important to be part of something like that. I don't know that that's true. I mean, I don't think everybody has to be on a board, and I don't think everybody like it's not a rite of passage necessarily. I think you need to find something that aligns with your own values. Because otherwise, I don't think it's going to last. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen it before where people think about it the way you describe it, or the way I interpret it maybe, which is like, I got to do this.
Right.
You know, I'm a leader in the community. I have to be on a board. Yeah, if your heart's not in it, you probably won't stick around, and it'll come through to the other board members, to the organization that you're supporting, to the constituents, that your heart's not really in it. So I think you got to find something that resonates for you, and then go seek ways to support that and to further those types of missions. Maybe that's board, being on a board. Maybe it's charitable giving. Maybe it's volunteerism. Could be a lot of different
being
options.
On a committee.
Yeah.
That's great advice. Can you share too, why do you think a company should get involved with Big Brothers Big Sisters and sponsor an event?
Well, it's really fun, first of all.
Yes.
I mean, that's the number one thing. Or maybe that's not number one. Number one is probably that Big Brothers Big Sisters is an awesome organization and an awesome cause. And if you're looking as an organization or a leader within a company to give back to your community, in my opinion, this is such an obvious way to do it. I mean, you're really, Big Brothers Big Sisters really does build the community organically, right? You're starting with the sort of ground up approach, which is you're helping the kids that need it to reach their potential. And by doing that, it follows right over time that those children will be stronger and more well equipped to build a great community in the future. And
that's right.
To me, that's inspiring. And it's also kind of obvious. You know what I mean? I love that about it, is that I can really see that supporting this organization has an impact.
It makes it a better place. It makes it a better world.
Yeah.
So some of the events that are coming up, you've done Bowl for Kids' Sake. You guys like to do our trivia event.
Oh, yeah.
So we had our first fall trivia event last year. We're going to do it again this year because it was so successful. I mean, close to 100 people came. We raised over $8,000. And I remember seeing you there, your group there, having a blast. So you guys are doing that again this year?
Of course.
Yeah, the fall trivia?
Yes.
What did you like about that event? It turned out, we honestly, to be honest with you, we had gone to a couple trivia events and set up a table and just kind of like sat in on a trivia event with not much people like showing interest, And then one day we were just like, why don't we do our own? Because Madison loves trivia. So it was a great space. People always come out for trivia, and they don't leave until the very end. So what did you guys like about that?
I think we talked about the bowling now with trivia. I think I'm learning something about myself. I think it's really just like a competitive thing. I think I like the competition, the gaming aspect of it. And trivia is fun that way. I should not admit this, but one of the guilty pleasures that my wife Vicki and I have is we watch Jeopardy all the time.
Nice. Okay.
We if we have like a half hour with nothing to do, let's watch Jeopardy, and it tends to get competitive, even if it's unspoken. You're like, who can shout out the answer first? And I think that's just trivia in general. I think it's fun that way, is that you get to kind of flex your knowledge a little bit, and but do it in a fun way, and have a drink and mingle and support a great cause.
Yeah, it's a really fun way to fundraise, to raise money. And do you think that QTI Group, I know obviously you support the mission, so that's why you're involved, but do you also take in consideration with some of the events, like it's a team building for the organization, for your business? Yeah,
it is. And that's what I was talking about before, which is the organizational culture piece of it, is that you do need to find ways in your company to get people excited and have people enjoy their being a part of the company beyond the work. The work is important. It's very important no matter what your company does. You want your staff to like what they do, but you also want them to like who they do it with, and giving opportunities like supporting an organization through a trivia night or a bowling night and things like that. That goes a long way. I mean, then people then really feel part of the culture of the organization, and they want to come into work and they want to laugh about the time they had at trivia night, or that kind of stuff's really important. And doesn't always need to be so serious, right? Like, it's work, yes, but you want to have fun and you want to do things that make you feel good and make you feel like you're supporting something good in your community.
Yeah. I mean, again, I always think back to last year when I was walking by you guys at the bowling event, and you guys are just so much fun. I could tell you all had a blast.
Yep.
So.
We really did.
Yeah.
It's fun. We're looking forward to it this year.
Yay.
Yep.
All right. So I'm wrapping up with one last question.
All right.
What are some ways that others in the community can make a big difference in the lives of youth through mentorship? What do you think?
Honestly, you all are the experts. Like, as far as making the meaningful mentorship matches, organizations like Big Brothers Big Sisters are very, very good at it and have been doing it for a long time. So I think by aligning yourself with Big Brothers Big Sisters, you are supporting that and letting the experts do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are other mentorship organizations, and that's powerful too. But with Big Brothers Big Sisters, I just have so much confidence in the team, in Sandy, and the staff that she's built. I've seen it in action now for a number of years, and they're just so good at it. So I definitely encourage anybody who is looking to get involved, whether it's individually or via their company, to talk to someone at the organization, talk to you, talk to Sandy, talk to me, someone else on the board about our experience. You know, listen to the podcast, just learn more about what it is that you guys are doing. And I will forever be an advocate for that.
Yeah, I know you will. We're so lucky to have you as a board member. Well, I want to give a huge thank you to our guest today, Casey Liakos, VP of Executive and Professional Search from the QTI Group, for joining me today to discuss board members in action, shaping the future with Big Brothers Big Sisters. Casey, thanks for the conversation.
Thank you so much, Tracy. Keep up the great work, too.
Did you have fun today?
I had a blast.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, good. All right. Well, thank you for listening to the Big Difference Podcast, a podcast about empowering youth and strengthening communities through the transformative power of mentorship. I'm your host, Tracy Anderson, Community Partnerships Manager at Big Brothers Big Sisters of Dane County. To learn more, you can visit our website at bbbsmadison.org. It's all about making the big difference. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Interested in becoming a BIG, joining an event, or supporting youth in your community? Visit BBBSmadison.org for Dane County or BBBS.org for nationwide opportunities. We'd love to connect with you. Take your podcast to the next level with Media 22. From top-tier equipment to custom sets and a dedicated producer, we'll make you sound like a pro. We specialize in audio and video podcasts, video editing, content distribution, and live streaming for creators and businesses. Visit media22llc.com today for your free consultation. Media 22, where excellence meets creativity.